Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Granville Central High School Registration 2021 meeting. This meeting is brought to you by the School Counseling Department to help you navigate the registration process for the 2021-2022 school year. It is important that you pay attention. That means we need your undivided attention, so please don't text, type in the chat box, or any of those things while we are discussing the registration process. You may even want to take notes, as you may want to ask questions at the end. This meeting is being held as current ninth graders have not gone through the high school registration process, as well as there have been some changes made for the sophomores and juniors. So please pay attention and remember to take notes and be ready to ask questions at the end. What you have in front of you on the screen is the course and credit checklist. Every student has one of these. The course and credit checklist lines up with your transcript, and it details with a check mark and the grade, as well as the total credits earned for each school year and the year you entered ninth grade. The one before you is for current ninth graders. It looks a little bit different than the course and credit checklist for current 10th and 11th graders. However, it should be noted that all students will eventually move to this electronic version of the course and credit checklist. Current sophomores and juniors, your course and credit checklist looks like this one, which is a paper format. It has the same information. However, if you notice, the histories are different. For example, current ninth graders, you will now take only American history, U.S. and North Carolina civics as a junior, and economics and personal finance as seniors. Whereas the current sophomores and juniors, your history classes look a little bit different, as you have American History 1 and 2 and civics and economics as seniors. Your course and credit checklists are available upon request. You will not automatically receive a copy of this. However, if you do want one, you can let us know. Your course order. Again, the course order looks a little bit different for current freshmen because there have been changes to the history curriculum. And with those changes, you're now required to have certain history courses. For example, freshman year, which is your current year, you're taking world history. Next year, you will register for American history. If you are a repeat ninth grader and you failed American History 1, but you passed world history last school year, so you're currently in American History 1, and you may have failed American History 1, then you will select American History 1 again. This course order is specifically for brand new first-time freshmen. You will take world history, American history, U.S. and North Carolina civics, and economics and personal finance. It's outlined in the grade order. The same thing for your other core classes. Whereas current sophomores and juniors, yours looks a little bit different. You started with world history, you're in American History 1, you take American History 2, and then you go to civics and econ. So current sophomores, you will be registering for American History 2 for next school year. Current juniors, you will be registering for civics and economics next school year. It's important that you pay attention and write these things down if you need to. This meeting will be recorded. However, it does not hurt to have your own notes. Every student will have access to a registration worksheet. The registration worksheet will be a Google Sheet. You will only need to select by clicking on the check mark. And when it gets down to selecting alternate courses, you will type in A1, A2. Please notice that there are a required number of courses for which each student must register depending upon your grade level. Current 9th, 10th graders must register for a total of 10 credits. One course equals 1 credit, although there are some exceptions to some electives. Some electives are worth 2 credits. When you're making your selections, you want to start with your core courses first: your English, your science, your math, and your social studies. Then you may move forward with your electives. If you are, depending on where you are in your course plan, will depend upon how many electives you get to take. Now remember, if you failed any core courses, even after retaking them this semester, if you fail any of those core courses, you have to take them again. You may not progress to the next course if you have not completed the prerequisite. So if you failed English 2, you may not register for English 3. If you failed Math 1, you may not register for Math 2. So it's important that you pass all of your classes so that you may successfully move on in your pathway. Current freshmen, you should not be signing up for a foreign language at this time, particularly Spanish. Please do not request a foreign language if you are a rising sophomore. Only rising juniors and rising seniors may register for Spanish or any other foreign language. Also, please note that there are 2 sheets. There's a page 1 of the registration sheet and there's a page 2. Page 2 has all of the electives on it. And I just want to kind of go in and show you in a little bit how it's going to look in your Google Classroom, because these registration sheets are in a Google Classroom. The Google Classrooms are set up based upon your last name. I'm going to only show you one of them. The information looks the same. It's just there's one for A through K and there's one for L through Z. You will receive a link for the correct one, or you will be added to that particular one. And so it's up to you, not up to you, but it's on you rather, to actually accept the invitation. You must accept the invitation. And then let me tell you why. There's a deadline for the registration worksheet. If we don't receive yours, we will select classes for you. Let me say that again. If we don't receive your registration worksheet by the deadline, we will select classes for you. I will tell you when the deadline is towards the end. There's another registration worksheet for students who are on the occupational course of study. Those students have a separate sheet, and all of your courses that you may select from are on one page. You do not have a 2-page registration sheet. I want to go back, or rather touch on something regarding the number of classes for which you need to register. So I said current 9th graders and current 10th graders. So rising sophomores, rising juniors. You are required to register for a total of 10 classes. And the first 8 are your core plus electives, and the other 2 are your A1 and A2, which represents alternate 1 and alternate 2. It is important that you understand for your alternate courses, these are the courses that you are saying, if I can't get my first choice, I will take these classes. For seniors, so rising seniors, so current 11th graders, this is you. You are required to register for a total of 7 classes. You must sign up for a total of at least 7 classes. The first 5 are the 3 and 2 electives. So your 3 core courses and 2 electives, plus your alternate 1 and alternate 2. Now, please be mindful, if you are planning to graduate after the end of the fall semester, even though you're planning to graduate, we still need you to register for those 7 classes. We know that you're planning to graduate. We will have that discussion with you. If you are planning to graduate during the regular June graduation, it is important that you know that all students must have 3 classes in the fall and 2 classes in the spring. You may not have 2 classes in the fall and 3 in the spring, or 2 in the fall and 2 in the spring. You must have a total of 5 classes for the school year if you are planning to graduate in June. And that will be 3 in the fall, 2 in the spring. This requirement is a yearly requirement. So I know that this may not apply to, my current 9th, 10th graders, but just know that when you get to this point, when you become a rising senior, these are the requirements for you as well. So here are some important course and information reminders. For Spanish or any foreign language, we have you must take Spanish 1 and 2 in the same year. That means you must select both of them on the registration sheet. You cannot just select Spanish 1. For your foreign language, we only offer Spanish 1 face-to-face. You may not take Spanish online. You must take it face-to-face. Any class that we offer face-to-face, you must take it face-to-face. Other foreign languages includes American Sign Language, and then that's through Granville Online. And then there's also some others, French, Mandarin Chinese, Latin, I believe. Those are offered through North Carolina Virtual Public School. And you may register for those if you are a rising junior or rising senior. Please note that those are online. So those are the foreign languages online. The other Spanish is face-to-face. VE and yearbook. Both of these electives are worth 2 credits. So when you're registering, when you're selecting your courses, you want to make sure that you pick the right amount and not too many or not too few. So for example, if you have 4 core courses that you need to select, your English, Math, Science, and Social Studies, and then you're selecting yearbook. Yearbook takes up 2 credits. So you already have 4 plus those 2 make 6. That means you only can select 2 other classes. STEM, if you are out of district. So if you are coming to Granville Central for our agriculture courses or our engineering courses, like for example, you know that you're supposed to attend JF Webb, but you chose Granville Central for your high school, then you need to make sure that you select at least 1 engineering course or 1 agriculture course as a first choice elective. And then you need to also select another one as an alternate. All online classes do require permission. You may select them. So if you are choosing to select an online class, you will need to have an individual meeting with your counselor. Summer school, we have not announced summer school. We have not received any information regarding summer school. If you know that you are in the boat where you have to take a summer school course, we will reach out to you and let you know that. We will both keep you updated on summer school classes and registration. Career and College Promise. This is if you would like to take Advanced Granville course. You may take college courses for free. That includes your books. You may take them for free and receive both high school credit and college credit for them. Of course, there are some requirements for this program. And so if you are interested and you want to select Career and College Promise on your registration sheet, then you need to make sure that you also schedule an individual meeting with your counselor. The deadline for submission. So here we are at the deadline, April 16th at 4 p.m. Highlight it, put it in your cell phone, put it on your calendar, on your wall. Put it somewhere so that you don't forget that you have to submit your registration sheet by Friday, April 16th at 4 p.m. What happens if you don't submit your form? Well, I'm here to tell you that your school counselors will select classes for you. We will look at your academic record. We will look at the courses you've already taken, and we will select classes for you. Which brings me to, there will be no schedule changes. So it's important that you select classes that you know you want to take, classes in which you have an interest, classes that align with your post-high school plans. It does not make sense to take a class that will not benefit you after high school. So again, there will be no schedule changes unless you meet one of the following. You failed the prerequisite. You already earned a credit for the particular course. you are missing a class, period, or you are in the wrong level, honors versus non-honors. Those are the only reasons, valid reasons for a schedule change. Please do not ask because the answer will be no. We have now come to the questions portion of the meeting. Please raise your hand to ask a question verbally. This will kind of keep us in order and keep it so that everyone's not asking or trying to talk at the same time. You may also ask your question in the chat box. Before I get to the questions, I take that back. I want to go over this other piece with you. So this is what the registration classroom looks like. And it will not open until March 8th, okay? So you will not have access to the registration classroom until March 8th. But what I want you to see is this. So I'm going to click on the registration sheet. Is it going to let me click on it? Let's see. All right, so here's the registration sheet that's coming up. I want to go through with you what you need to do. You're going to start by typing in your name. You can put in your middle name if you want. You're going to also include your grade level for next school year. Next, you're going to read the directions. Choose the core classes, English, Science, Math, Social Studies you need first, and then your electives by clicking the checkbox to the left of the course name. Each class is worth 1 credit. However, some electives are worth 2 credits. Your total number of classes, core plus electives, should equal 8 credits. After selecting your 8 credits, select 2 alternates by typing A1 and A2 in the space to the left of the course name. You should have a total of 10 credits selected. Rising seniors must choose at least 7 total credits. This includes the A1 and the A2. So let's say I'm a rising junior. So I should be taking English 3, check mark. That's all you have to do. I should be taking biology, but I'm really good at biology, so I'm going to select honors biology. I should be taking math 3, but I'm really good at math also, so I'm selecting math 3 honors. And for history, I should be in American history 2. My foreign language. I want to go ahead and sign up for my foreign language because I plan to take Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. So right now I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courses. I'm going to now go to the electives page on page 2. So if you scroll down at the bottom, you will see the link for that there. All right. I'm interested in computer science. And so I need to select 2 classes. So I'm going to go ahead and select, I already took Microsoft Word. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up for Microsoft Excel. And I'm going to sign up for Python Programming 1. And those are my 8 classes. Now I need to select some alternates. Well, I'm very interested in art. So I'm going to put art as my A1. So I'm just going to simply go into the box and just type A1. It's that simple. So it'll erase the checkbox for you. I'm also interested in, I want to know the different types of careers that I can go into with computer science. So I'm going to go ahead and select career management also, because I read in the curriculum bulletin that I learned about different careers and the different career clusters. So I'm going to select A2. So those are my A1 and A2. So I have a total of 10 classes selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, before I get done with this, I'm going to put in my name as my signature. I'm going to put in my parents' name. And I'm going to put in her phone number. You guys didn't think I was going to put in my mom's real phone number, did you? And then I'll put in her email. All right. And then once you do that, you would submit it. Okay? So now let's talk about questions. What questions do you all have?